Hi, I'm going to walk you through how to get Netbeans installed and then how to get your first Java program opened up in Netbeans. So the first thing to do is go to this website and then install the appropriate Netbeans installer. Now, the site I went to has not only Netbeans, but the Java JDK, which is the Java Development Kit. If for some reason you've already installed this on your computer, you can just download Netbeans from the Netbeans website. But otherwise, I would go here. If you're installing it on a Mac, choose this one. It says you have to accept the license agreement, so you have to click this button here, accept the license agreement, and then you can download it. Once you've downloaded Netbeans, then you want to install it. I have already installed Netbeans on my computer, so I'm just going to open up Netbeans here. The icon for Netbeans is this cube, this blue cube. And this is our integrated development environment. It is the software that we will use to write computer programs in Java. There are a number of IDEs, as they're called. I'm going to agree to this. So an IDE is this integrated development environment. There's one called Dr. Java, there's Eclipse, there's BlueJ, there's a number of places. When we were in CodeHS, they had their own IDE that you were basically working with inside of inside of the HTML site. Now, yours probably won't have any programs open here, so I'm going to close this one. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to say File, New Project. Okay? It'll bring up this, and we are going to make a Java application. Okay? So you're going to choose that first one, say Next, and then you can name it. Now, this one will just be one that we're working with for just a little while. So you could call it classwork if you wanted to. And then say where you want to save it. This one is going to save into my user folder under a Netbeans project folder. Maybe I would encourage you to save it to a Dropbox or a Google Drive folder so you can access it, you know, not only on the machine you're coding on, but on your personal machine at home, from all different places. So I would encourage you to browse to this. Maybe you have a Dropbox and you put it in your Dropbox, and I have a programming folder. Maybe I'll put it right there in my programming folder on my Dropbox. That way, if I'm at school on one machine, or if I'm at home on my other machine, I can access this code in both places. That would be a good idea. Now, this says create main class. Let's say yes to that. Okay, and we're going to call it main for now. Okay, and I'll click finish. And it's going to kind of set up the project for me. And over here, you see there's a project called Classwork. And I have a source package that doesn't have a name. And you know, you can name this if you want to, or you can just keep it in this default package. And then we have a main class. Now, the fact that we said create a main class, it creates this class, and it adds this line. Public static void main string args. Now, like the run method when we were in CodeHS, the main method is very similar. The main method is where you put your code. It's what the program goes to first. And the reason it had a run method in CodeHS is because they were extending console program, and console program had this main method. All Java programs need this main method. So let's do something very simple, and we'll just print something to the screen. So system.out.println, and then in parentheses I'll put our hello world program, because that's how we start coding. And the parentheses, or the quotes, parentheses, put my semicolon. And the nice thing about this is you can see it makes things different colors for us. The other thing that happens, which is really nice, is I'm going to delete this, put that back in. So system, and then I hit period, and it gives you options. So dot out, and then I hit period, And it gives you options: append, close, flush. We were choosing print line, and we're going to put a string in it. So it gives you that. And then we put hello world. So the nice thing about coding in Netbeans is it auto-populates a lot of stuff for you. So if you don't remember some of the methods, like there were character methods that we could use. So you can do character dot, and you're like, look at all these options. Oh, look, there's an isDigit method, and it does it for you. And then it says put a character there. So maybe I'll put a 2 there. Oops, that's not in the parentheses. Okay. Now that should return a Boolean. So I could do something like if character is digit 2, and then in here I could do another print out statement. So I'm going to copy this and paste that in there. I'll tab that in. I'll put something like let's see, 2 is a digit. Okay. Now, if you want to run this, I find the easiest way is to right-click on the main method over here and say run. And it will run down here on the screen for you and show you what you're going to get. And say, okay, so I'll print it out hello world, and it said 2 is a digit. Oh, great. So now we've downloaded and installed Netbeans. We've made a project, and we've made our first class called main. And in here you can write your programs. You can start writing your programs. Okay.